kids, not doing the usual game of title card cat and mouse because now you want to be taken seriously. Even though that building exploded, episode can't prove that the landlord still didn't raise the rent.
The truth is, I want you to resist.
Triggering a flashback to the time I got tased and wet myself.
I'm not here to save you. I'm not here to spread the greatness of the Viltrum Empire.
Villain monologues about all the things that aren't a part of their plan.
To me, there is no greater pleasure than feeling the warmth of my fists drenched in blood.
The power of murder boners.
I want more!
Don't worry, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. This show can't bear to part with a good villain. I'm positive you'll get more. Pausing in the middle of fighting a Viltrumite to audition for the Blue Angels. Conquest is great. Is the show saying that an 18-wheeler's horn will go off if you crash into it hard enough, or that someone was in that truck and thought honking the horn was going to make a difference?
If that's all you got, this is just not gonna end well for you.
Well, that is basically the Invincible season finale cookbook. It's 1 part Mark gets his ass beat, 1 part he is emotionally broken, and 4 or 5 parts teasing the events of next season. Bon appetit.
You have no idea how dense their muscle tissue is.
This is true, but Cecil doesn't specifically need androids as much as he needs a weapon. If you have a tool that can cut through these dead Invincibles' muscle tissue, why can't you make a weapon to use against them?
Again? We just went through all this bullshit.
Thing I said when Angstrom Levy reappeared in the last episode somehow makes it into this episode.
Paid for by my tax dollars.
Grumpy middle-aged person says something taxes. Cliche.
You can't even walk yet.
Do I look like I need to walk?
Getting me pumped up to see Adam Eve burst out of the hospital to go enter the fight, only to follow that up with a scene of her asking Cecil for permission.
Eat one, you old sack of turds.
As far as one-liners go, I give that a solid number 2. Also, in a way, we are all sacks of turds. And now I'll have to burn at least 5 minutes pondering that every time I'm on the poop gullet.
No matter, I'll eat your heart instead.
Following Mola Ram's keto diet.
I can rearrange matter, Cecil.
True, but you mostly only ever use your power to make pink glass. Repeating the Nolan Massacre from season 1, only this time without the fun of public transit. Viltrumite bones have the most confusing physics. This karate chop breaks his leg when the opening punch that caused a shockwave broke nothing.
What?
I increase the density of the air.
A neat trick with fascinating implications that will never be used again.
I've got all kinds of tricks.
Said before doing the same pink lantern bullshit over and over again. Water? Water? Why not acid? Or jello? Or a billion ants?
So pretty. Such a waste.
Sir, you are like 10,000 years old. How do you not get gross old man out of your system before the end of your first millennium?
I was ordered to take control of Earth by any means necessary.
In these types of shows, the any means necessary seems to always be interpreted as punch, kick, punch, flying kick, flying punch, kick, headbutt. Now, it would be less fun to watch, but wouldn't it have been easier to just destabilize the economy by introducing an advanced technology that humanity wasn't prepared for and then swoop in to pick up the pieces after it all goes belly up? As a completely random example that I have not put too much thought into.
You did something to piss us off, and I thank you for it.
Being effusive to the point that it starts to feel disingenuous.
No one wants to be my friend. They think I am unstable. They send me from planet to planet committing atrocities in their name.
This monologue is so good, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan's casting as Conquest is so perfect that my only option here is a... flashing dirty grandpa as if that won't encourage his bad behavior. Going full Hans Christian Andersen with this Viltrumite has no skin or penis.
Is this what you wanted?
Episode has crossed the boundary of what we could possibly show and is now just beating its head against a dead horse over and over and over and over again. Mark doesn't learn from his mistake with Angstrom that it doesn't matter if you beat someone to a literal pulp. The writers will find a way to bring them back.
I love you.
Skip.
Almost dying was stressful enough to allow me to rebuild my entire body.
Show created a convenience so massive that they wrote an entire Invincible Adam Eve special, hoping that that would be enough backstory for us not to sin it.
We're gonna do it anyway!
I would have died without you.
Citation needed. In this shot, Eve's hair is hanging over the side of the bed, but in the top-down shot, it's pulled away from the edge. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. What the dentist sees when they're making small talk that you can't possibly reciprocate.
Instead of dinner and a movie, I think we'll be working tonight.
I gathered.
Episodes do have time for this when they finish the big final fight with over 10 minutes left in the episode.
My staff can barely keep him in bed.
Title of my sex tape?
Burn it.
Mark doesn't fly that body to the sun and burn it himself.
To honor my friend and everything he meant to me, I am changing my name from Rudy to Rex.
Yeah, no, that's just weird. You've already stolen his body and now you're stealing his name? I don't know why everyone seems cool with this. You should have run that by a few folks first.
Rexplode was my first.
Whoa, this is a funeral, Eve.
I just can't believe that he's gone.
I can't believe it either. I think it has to do with the fact that the scene where Rex exploded cut to a wide shot of the bridge, so we only saw the explosion from far away. I'm pretty sure this amount of discharge means you should see a doctor and probably use protection. The Sequids are back! Awesome! I'm so excited by how this show keeps recycling villains. It's not at all boring. Visual confirmation that the character no one thought died is not dead.
That is only the beginning of the delights we will achieve together.
Does Clive Barker know you're trying to weave your show into the Hellraiser franchise?
He's in a 400-ton block of tungsten steel alloy 6 miles underground. If he so much as twitches, this whole place explodes.
Placing a big bet on conquest, not twitching, yawning, or farting when he wakes up.
So if anyone else ever puts my family or anyone I love at risk, I won't hesitate to kill them.
Premeditating murder.
Before I recall how I long to savor the gnashing of flesh in my putrid maw.
Knowing your maw is putrid and not going to see a dental hygienist.
It hurts when I urinate.
Oh man, I thought it was a water truck.
Big ass beat down coming out! Does your face hurt?
I've met your father, you know. He showed so much promise when he was younger. And now...
Where were we? Oh, yeah. Your giant man-sized balls.
When you're slapped, you'll take it and like it.
Our guys think you would even take Nolan down. And
you look like death warmed over. Every time I look at you, I lose my fucking appetite.
Mark! I am Phoenix!
Speak, Darkblood. Before I recall how I long to savor the gnashing of flesh in my putrid maw.
Think of the smell. You haven't thought of the smell, you bitch!